Hi there, welcome back. I'm Jill, and today I have a great total body strength workout for us with dumbbells. This workout is perfect for anyone who is a beginner or an advanced senior, and I will offer some modifications with a chair if you are someone who needs a little bit more support. We are going to start with a warm-up. We have 3 circuits, and then we're going to do a little bit of a core seated finisher. We'll end with a cool down, and I will have you back out into your day in less than 30 minutes. Grab everything you need, have a chair close by, put your dumbbells and your water on your chair, and let's go ahead and get started with a march. Just a march in place here, taking our warm-up very seriously, thinking of it as the on-ramp to our workout. The warm-up gets our blood pumping, gets our internal temperature elevated, and it helps to keep us safe during our workout. So as we continue this march, let's just begin to make bigger steps, bigger swings with your arms. Maybe give your tummy a little tap, make sure those abs are firing, and by abs firing I mean pelvic floor lifted, belly button pulled back in and up. And in 3, 2, 1, we're going to transition into a heel tap in the front and a press back with our triceps, those muscles in the tops of our arms. You can even kind of swing the arms. Not really swing, but just bring your hands to about your hips and then press back. Keep your chin parallel to the floor, your eyes lifted. We don't need to look down, we don't need to look back. We're going to be here for 4. We're going to transition into some side-to-side steps in 3, 2, and 1. So bring those feet about hip width distance apart. Bring your palms together, and we're going to step out to one side, open the arms, and then come back and close the arms. So this is a really nice chest opener here for these muscles in the front of our shoulders and the fronts of our chest. And then the lateral movement is good for us because we don't always just move front to back in our day-to-day lives. We move front to back, side to side, we twist, and my goal is to cover all those ranges of motion in my classes so that they're very functional and that they keep us moving healthily throughout our lives. Okay, we're going to transition into some butt kicks in 4, 3, 2, 1. Feet a little wider than hip width distance apart, and we just kick our heel up to our glute. So this is a spot where you might want to use a chair. So imagine the back of the chair is facing me and I have my hands resting on the chair. This is a balance move. Balance is also very functional in our day-to-day lives. If you're not using the chair, we're going to just start to row our elbows back, squeeze our shoulder blades together. So warming up the upper back, warming up the chest just a little bit more. Keep those palms about shoulder height. Here for 6, 5. We're going to transition into some side-to-side reaches in 4, 3, 2, and 1. So again, feet hip width distance apart. We're going to pivot and pull. Pivot and pull. And again, if your balance isn't great, you can hold on to a chair and just practice that pivoting. So this is called a transverse plane movement when we are crossing the midline of our body with a twist. And we do a lot of this in our day-to-day life, right? You might reach to the side, pull open the sliding glass door. You might reach down to the side to lift a bag of groceries. We're going to take our arms up and over. If you can, it's that same side-to-side movement, warming up the side body a little bit. Coming into some squats in 6, 5, 4, with our feet hip width distance apart in 3, 2, and 1. So again, if you have that chair in front of you, you can hold on to it, or you can even get in front of it and sit your butt down like you're going to sit in that chair, and then come back up to standing. Press through your heels, squeeze your glutes. We will have some squats in our workout today with option to hold some dumbbells. So all these big muscle groups that we're working in our body here when we squat fires up our metabolism, right? Because it's our muscles working and creating muscles that fires up our metabolism. But that muscle strength is also really good for our balance and our stability in day-to-day life, preventing things like falls and injuries. Always important. Here for 3, 2, we're going to step our feet wide in 1. Okay, so I'm going to step my feet wider than hip width distance apart. I have all 10 toes facing forward, and I'm going to come into a side lunge. So what that means is I'm bending this knee and I'm sitting back in that heel, kind of like a squat in that leg while the other leg is extended. Squeeze your butt, squeeze your inner thighs, come up through center, and then we're going to sit back in the opposite direction. So I'm not leaning forward, my knee isn't jutting out over my toe. And again, if you have that chair, this is a good place to hold on to the back of it. Squeeze your butt, squeeze your inner thighs, come up to standing. So we're going to see this move again in our workout, and we're going to have an option again to hold some dumbbells in this move. My chest is nice and lifted. I'm looking forward, not down at the ground. So gazing up at the screen. Here for 4, 3, 2, and 1. All right, you grab a quick sip of water. Then we're going to grab our dumbbells. I'm going to demonstrate our moves here. So in our first circuit, we have 3 moves. A bicep curl. I'm going to hold my left hand at a 90-degree angle with the dumbbell, and I'm going to curl my right hand full range of motion. This forces my core to have to work a little bit more. And then I'm going to do the opposite side. And then our third move is a squat, either with the dumbbells by our side, if you're just starting out, or on your shoulders if you are a little bit more advanced. All right, I'm going to get our timer started. We're going to hold that dumbbell at a 90-degree angle in the left hand rather, palm facing up, full range of motion curl on the right. So my elbow is pinned to my side. It's not swinging, it's not a floppy motion. Exhale as I lift, engage the pelvic floor, engage the core. Keep the engagement, inhale as you lower. All right, other side. So now the right arm, 90-degree hold. The left hand is going to extend down by the hip. Squeeze your butt. And then full range of motion curls here. So I was reading a lot this morning. I don't know why. 2 different articles about the benefits of exercise popped into. One was in my LinkedIn feed, and then the other one, I think they were both in my LinkedIn, just from 2 separate organizations. And one was a TED Talk, and it was fascinating about the non-scale benefits of exercise. All right, coming into those squats, so feet a little wider than hip width distance apart. Dumbbells by your side, palms facing in, and we're going to sit back into that imaginary chair. It's beginning of January right now, so of course a lot of people are working out because that's their New Year's resolution, right? Because they want to see those numbers on the scale budge, they want to see the numbers on the tags of their clothes budge. But it's important to remind ourselves that exercise is so much more than like, it should be motivated by so much more than the numbers on a scale. The way that exercise makes us feel, our mind, the mental benefits of exercise. Okay, going back to those biceps. Oh, no, we're not. We are going to switch the timer, And we're going to come into what's called an AMRAP, which is as many rounds as possible. So we're doing those same 3 exercises, but we're going to complete 8 reps of each. We're going to work for 3 minutes without stop, 8 reps of each. Okay, I'm going to stop talking for a minute, just focus on the exercises, and then we'll get back to our talk about the benefits of exercise. So bring the 90-degree bend to the left hand, and we're going to do 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and then immediately, same thing on the other side. The right arm is bent 90 degrees. We're doing 8 curls, 7 bicep curls, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Now we're going to do 8 squats, so dumbbells either by your side. 8, press through the heels, squeeze the butt. 7, 6, 5, and you work at your own pace. 4, you don't have to keep up with me. 3, I have 2 more. 2, 1, and I don't stop. Bend the left elbow, curl the right arm for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Now the other side, so hold that right arm, 8 curls on the left. So back to the benefits of exercise that are beyond the scale. Mental health, it increases neurotransmitters like dopamine and serotonin that reduce anxiety, improve our mood. It helps with mental focus. Even just a few minutes of exercise can improve mental focus for hours afterwards. All right, back to the squats. I'm going to bring the dumbbells to my shoulders this time. It just makes it a little bit more difficult for your balance, which uses your core a little bit more, 8 of them. And then it also strengthens the areas of our brain that are affected by diseases like dementia and Alzheimer's. So even the recommended is 30 minutes a day. 30 minutes a day for all of these wonderful benefits. That's 7 for me. And 8. Back to the right side, bicep curls. 8, 7, 6. So find something that you love and do it for 30 minutes or more a day. And we're not talking like marathon running. We're talking lifting weights, which also have incredible musculoskeletal. Oh, and just like that, look at time flies. Our circuit is over. Okay, so that's the last time we're going to see those 3 exercises in our workout. Now we have 3 new moves. We're going to have a front and lateral raise. So we're going to hold the same side to the front and the same side to the side for 30 seconds each. And then we're going to come into those side lunges. So feet wider than hip width distance apart. If you're using the dumbbells, they're going to frame the leg of the knee that's bent. Remember, my butt is sticking way back. This is where the butt gets to be on display. Woo! Butt parade, butt museum, okay? Other exercises, no, definitely not in the front and lateral raises. Okay, I'm gonna hit my timer, and I'm gonna do a front raise with my right arm and a lateral raise with my left arm. So here, you can see I'm hugging my buns in, which tilts my tailbone down slightly. So imagine you're at the park, you're feeding the ducks, and a goose comes up behind you and gooses your buns, right? You gotta squeeze those buns in tight. Keep your body stable for these exercises. All right, so now we're gonna do the same thing on the opposite side. Make sure your core is engaged. Give a little tap to those abs. Exhaling as I lift and inhaling as I lower. And I want you to imagine you have little headlamps on your shoulders and on your hips, and they never turn off to the side. They always face forward. Those headlights never twist. They always face forward. And if you feel like the dumbbells are too heavy here, you can always put them down and just do this move with your hands in a fist. All right, now for this new move, that side-to-side lunge. So feet are wider than hip width distance apart, all 10 toes face forward, and you're gonna stick your butt way back as you bend into that knee. Squeeze your inner thighs, squeeze your butt, come up to standing, and then bend the other knee, squeeze to come up to stand. So we're strengthening the butt and the leg on the bent knee, and we're stretching the inner thigh on the straight leg. And don't let your chest hunch forward because those dumbbells are heavy. You gotta keep your chest open and proud. So those are our 3 exercises for this round. And we're gonna change, we're gonna work for 3 minutes straight again, but this time we're gonna do what's called a ladder. So we're gonna start with 4 repetitions of each exercise. So 4 front and lateral raises on the right, 4 front lateral raises on the left, and 4 side-to-side lunges. Then we're gonna work up to 6 the next time, and then 8. And if you get to 8, we're gonna come back down, okay? And remember, you work at your own pace. I'm gonna hit the timer. We have 3 minutes, and we're gonna do 4 front and lateral raises. So staying on the same side, my right arm is the forward raise. 2, 3, 4, then we're gonna switch it out. Left arm front raise for 4, squeeze your butt, pull your belly button back in and up, 3, and exhale as you lift, 2, and 1. Okay, coming into 4 of those lateral lunges, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Carefully step the feet in. Back to our front and lateral raises. This time it's 6. 6, 5, 4. Remember, no twisting. 3, 2, and 1. Opposite side. 6, 5. They're starting to feel heavy. They should. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Step the feet wide. Side to side lunges. 6, 5. We have 1:20 left. 4. I bet we can get 1 more round in. 3. Butt way back. 2. Squeeze to come up. And 1. All right, last round. 8 this time. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Other side. 8, 7. I know these are a good weight for me. They're starting to feel really heavy. That was 6, 5. You don't want these to be too easy. 4, kind of Goldilocks, right? We don't want them to be 3, too heavy, that we hurt ourselves, but we also don't want them to be too light. That was 2, too light, haha, 2, and 1. All right, 16 seconds left for 8 side-to-side lunges. That was 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, okay, I'm just gonna finish, 7, and 8. Okay, we have 3 more exercises. We're only going to be using 1 dumbbell for the 3 exercises. We're going to be doing a 1-arm bent over row. So I'm going to start with my right arm, and we're going to row the dumbbell up while my palm rests on my left hand, and then the opposite, a row. And then we're going to do a low squat walk with a front press. Okay, those are our 3 exercises. We're going to do each one for 30 seconds to start, just so we know, same pattern, just so we know what they feel like. And then we're going to come into that 3-minute AMRAP where we're doing as many rounds as possible. Okay, so let's go ahead and get that dumbbell in your right hand for those rows. My left foot is going to be forward. My left hand is leaning on my left knee or on the chair. I'm not collapsing here, right? My belly isn't melting onto my thigh. These core muscles are all working to keep me upright. All right, same thing, other side, pivot towards the right. My right hand is on my bent right knee. My shoulders are looped down and back into their sockets. And I'm not dumping down onto this side, it's just a really light support there. And I'm thinking about moving from my upper back. Okay, we're going to come into that front press. So bring the dumbbell to chest height. And if you need to sit in a chair and do front presses without walking side to side, you're going to sit in a chair and do those front presses. So the weight is in all 4 corners of my feet. And if you're like, what the heck is she talking about? 4 corners of my foot? I'm talking about the inner and outer portion of your heel. And then think about the ball of your foot where your big toe and your pinky meet the ball of your foot. So those areas are where I'm really focusing on pressing, putting the most weight. Although I am shifting a little bit back into my heels. Okay, now we're coming into that AMRAP, our last AMRAP, and we're going to do 8 rounds of each of those exercises continuously. So we're going to start with that dumbbell row on the left. So I'm going to start the timer, or on the right rather, get the dumbbell in your right hand. Lift that elbow like your little cricket wing. But think of the movement as starting from up here between your shoulder blades. That's 4. You're working at your own pace. 5, 6, 7, and 8. Now I'm going to bring the dumbbell into my other hand and just shift to the other side for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Carefully come up, step the feet in, and then we're going to come into 8 front presses, whether you're sitting in a chair, 8, or stepping side to side. Sit a little lower if you can, 7. Remember that goose that just came up and nipped you in the buns? 6, well, it's back. It wants to remind you to squeeze those buns in. That was 4. We have 4 more. 3, 2, and 1. Back to those 1-arm rows. Dumbbells in my right hand. 8. You can also put this left hand out to the side creates a little bit more instability, works into the core a little bit deeper, balance. I have 4 left, you go at your own count. 3, we have just over a minute left. 2, 1, carefully pivot to the other side, dumbbell in the left hand for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Now those side to side step with a front press. 1. In 40 seconds, make them your best. That was 2, 3. Not talking perfect, not talking the best it's ever been in your life, unless today you're feeling like that, but I'm just talking about your best for today. Each time we show up, we work with what we've got for that day, but every time we show up, we get stronger. Okay, if my count is correct, and rarely it is, I have 1 more. And then I have 5 seconds, but I'm just gonna get going with those right arm rows.
Activity complete.
Woo, activity complete, saved by the bell. So now I want you to find your seat on your chair. We're gonna do a little core finisher here for this workout. Ooh, perfect timing, we have just a couple minutes left. We're gonna sit down, fingertips behind the ears, elbows out wide. I want you to draw your hip bones up towards your low ribs. And exhale, right elbow to left knee for 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Other side. 6, 5, 4, you can do these standing too. 3 if your balance is really good. 2, and 1. And now we're going to do same elbow to same knee, starting with the left side. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Other side. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. And we're going to do 1 more round. 6 of each. Right elbow, left knee. 6. Sitting up straight and tall. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Right elbow or left elbow, right knee. 6, 5. I really do know the difference between right and left. 4, 3, 2, 1, and then same side, left side. 6, and you can hold that right arm out to the side. You can have it resting on the chair. 4, 3, 2, and 1, and then last side. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. And then let's just do some arm openers here, side to side. You can cross right ankle over left knee, and then switch it out, left ankle over right knee. Thank you so much for joining me. I have a 30-minute limit on my new camera for recording, so that is why I'm trying to hurry this along. If you need a little bit longer stretch, please stretch for longer. If not, I will see you back here next time. And in the meantime, if you want to do a little research of your own on the benefits of exercise, look for a TED Talk on the benefits of exercise, and then just articles in general on the overall benefits of exercise for our bodies. I'm proud of you for doing the right